Hi everyone, it's Paula Singleton. I'm here at my Fairlawn studio today, and I would like to show you some hats. I'm a hat maker, that's what I do for a living, and I have 4 or 5 different styles I'd like to show you and talk to you about a little bit. And then we'll just kind of go from there. I wanted to let you know that in addition to the ready-to-wear pieces that I'm showing you today, I also do lots and lots of custom work. I have folks bring in coats or dresses or outfits, and then we can design the hat around the outfit, especially for derby or just for your winter coat. I mean, it's just kind of a fun way to create a really special custom look just for you. The other thing that I would encourage you to do once we're past all of this isolationism is to come into the studio, and especially if you don't normally wear hats, I'm happy to work with you to find the right hat shape that works for your face, your shape, your hairstyle. It all comes together really nicely, kind of when you have somebody helping to guide you to help you, identify what looks great on you. So with all of that, you can find me here at my Fairlawn studio, 2855 West Market Street, above Panera at Fairlawn Plaza, near Target, and then also my website at whatagreathat.com. So let's get started. The first hat I want to show you is it's made with what's called a buntal mat. It's a straw, and the buntal is, it's just basically the way that it's woven. It's just a little bit different weave than maybe some of the other hats that you might see. This is in the Dior style, which became popular in the early 1950s, and it's kind of a dome shape. This one is nice because it sits kind of atop your head rather than pulling it down, over your bangs or your forehead. And so it doesn't, mess your hair up at all, really. It's just on this narrow headband that keeps it in place. So this is a nice dome shape. Has a really pretty horsehair loop, double loop bow, some netting, vintage flower, and some ombre ribbon. Just a really pretty look for, perfect for Derby or Kentucky Oaks. Those are now scheduled for September 5th. Their Derby's is September 5th, so it's still going to happen. Let's keep our fingers crossed. But also for church and outdoor wedding. I mean, it's just a pretty hat for when you want to get dressed up and feel special. The next look I want to show you is a wide brim hat. It's made of fabric. This is a polished cotton, and it has really, really pretty tones of green and blue, ivory, beige, black, cream. It's just a really pretty soft fabric hat, and it has a big buffalo black and white checked band, a bow that coordinates with a vintage button buckle that also coordinates. And the nice thing about this style is that you can wear it with the brim down to keep the sun out of your eyes, or you can manipulate the brim to give it different looks. So just depending on where you are and what the weather is, I mean, maybe you want that brim flipped back so that people can see your face a little bit more easily. And it'll still keep the sun off your face, but just not quite as much as if you have the brim down. So just a great hat. That would be, if you pulled out any of those colors and wore just a dress, a sundress, even, like a polka dot dress, it would look adorable with. So just lots of different looks would look really cute with this style. The next hat is what I call my baseball hat, and it is a baseball shape, but it sits a little bit lower on the head. I normally recommend tucking the ears under the hat, and it's just so much more fun than a baseball hat that you get at, one of the chain stores. This one happens to be very bright and colorful. It's a vintage fabric. I found this fun polka dot fabric to coordinate with it. But, depending on what the customer wants, I mean, again, I do a lot of custom work. So if you wanted your baseball hat out of denim or out of black linen or cream linen or whatever, we can always pull out fabrics and come up with a design that you really like that'll make the hat, obviously customized just to you. So that's a really nice thing. And again, in playing with the hats and the brims, this one is great just as a baseball hat, but if you kind of turn up the brim and give it a little bit of a tilt, then it kind of gets a little bit of a 1920s vibe, almost kind of like a cloche. So it's just a really fun thing to kind of play around with the hats and, see what different shapes you can get and what different looks you can get out of them. So, and I sell tons and tons of this style, along with more of the floppier newsboy style. And again, we can make those out of any fabric. The other thing that a lot of folks tell me that they have either a larger than normal head or a smaller than normal head. And because we make all the hats, we can make them fit you. And I know that I've heard people say, oh, I have to buy hats in the children's section, or I can only wear men's hats. So, the nice thing about working with the milliner is that we're going to get the fit that's right for you. So that's always a nice bonus. And then this little piece, it's a wool felt piece, so it's a winter piece. But it's just really fun. It's a fedora. And the wool felt is it has a longer nap to it, so it's almost a little furry, if you will. So we turned up the brim, a little asymmetrical shape. There's like a little bump. I don't know if you can see it well on the camera, but the crown has just a different kind of a interesting swoop to it. Grosgrain ribbon band, very classic, but with a little bit different twist on the bow. And then I just put a couple of fun turkey feathers in there just for the heck of it. So it's just a really nice little hat to throw on. Look great with anything, really. Just an easy hat to wear in the wintertime. And then the last one is, I think I'm on a polka dot theme today. This one is also polka dot. It's made out of cinnamon, which is a type of straw, a very lightweight straw. So we have this really fun swirly element up here, and then we have the pink and black polka dot base. And it's just one of those hats it's so much fun. And when you walk into a room wearing this, you're going to have people laugh, smile, tell you how much fun it is, tell you how great you look. So again, you won't see yourself coming and going in a piece like this. And it's a fun way to express yourself. And that's what I think about all the hats, really. It's just a way for you to say, this is who I am to the world without having to say a word. So it's kind of a fun fashion accessory from that perspective. So again, come visit me at whatagreathat.com. That's my website, or you can come visit me at my studio at 2855 West Market Street in Fairlawn. All my contact info is on my website. So once all this is past us, I do hope that we can get together and try on some hats and have some fun. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.